That was so on point. Here. So succinct. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Cup TV. I mean, the Cup, not TV here, because I've been doing TV all day, and now I'm back on the Cup. Well, welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you know, it's Cup this first to put you at thirst. I am your girl, Lana, the confused resident evil diva, but I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And you know what else I love, River? You know what else I love the most?
Hmm.
My cup mug. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you can get your cup mug at lonagcreations.etsy.com. And we do ship internationally. I feel weird talking to my Brazil people saying this, but because for some reason we can't get it to you. I don't know why. We're
It's rough
trying.
right now. It's rough.
It's rough in these streets. The U.S. Brazilian exchange is not happy. It's not good right now. But I will just say thank you for your support. If you wanted to get a cup mug, if you ever wanted one, that's enough for me. But thanks. But everybody else watching, get your cup mug because we can't get it to you. So bam, thank you.
And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on the Cup. And do get the Cup mug at your own risk if you're in Brazil at it being stuck in customs. It's not on our end. Lana does a great job, but you know how it is. If you have ordered anything from the US before, you know how customs work. You just
Maybe
it's the
one day,
struggle.
River.
It's real. It's been a while.
Maybe one day, River. Two cups are gonna show up at your house, and we don't. It's just out of nowhere.
There we go. Then I'm gonna have a cup and a planter.
And we love it. But we are here talking about Drag Race Brazil, episode 4. And what an episode it was. I literally just finished watching it right before I came on to record it. I literally just finished it and I loved every
Oh, so
second of it.
you just saw the lip sync.
I did. I did. I
Okay.
ju-
Oh, I'm excited.
I just saw like I watched all the way up into the news before, and then I had a recording to do, so I was like, I'll come back and watch. So I finished that, watched the rest of it, and I'm like, oh, this was such a good episode. It was a lot that happened, but it was so good, and I can't wait to talk to you all about it. But before we jump into that, y'all know what to do. First of all, to our Brazilian fans, we see you, we thank you, we appreciate you so, so much. All the love to you guys because you are showing us so much love. But if you are new here, you have not seen our coverage, do us a favor and subscribe to this channel if you like what you see because we're going to give you all the tea, period and point blank. So if you haven't watched it and you haven't subscribed, please do that. Help us out. We are on a mission here at the Cup Network to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We are almost there for our reach our goal here on this channel, and we need to help reach our goal on our other channels. So follow this channel, subscribe, do all the things, and then go to the other channels. All the links will be in the description below in our link tree, the Cup TV, where I was all day. That's why I said that earlier. But all the competitive reality television over there, the Cup ESC for Eurovision coverage, and the Cup Ringside for all WWE. Go check that out if you're interested in any of those things. Check it out, click it, support, help us out. Follow us on our audio podcast links, join our Patreon, follow us on our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And we appreciate all the support. So thank you. Now let's get into it because we go back to the workroom and Paula is gone. But
Ugh.
did she not leave a long, huge, wordy impression in Italian?
In
So
Italian,
so
and
Melissa,
telling Melina, you clean this up.
now you clean all this up. I lived for that. I was like, first of all, she did it in a different language that she knew Melina did not know how to speak and couldn't say it right. And so she's
Melina was like,
struggling
she
to,
did it on
she did it
purpose.
on purpose. And she did it on purpose. And she was like, when she got to that end and said, "And Melina, you clean it off," she was like, I knew she did it on purpose. I loved it. Paula is so shady. And I love it. I
Love her.
love it. I love her down. And I love talking to her. And if you have not checked out our interview with Paula, you should go do that because she is amazing.
A delight.
Amazing.
So sweet.
Love her. Love her.
And I also loved that they didn't read that part because they usually don't when the girls say like who they're rooting for.
Mm-hmm.
But she did say in the message that she said, Adora, Melody, and Desiree win this. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, work. She's rooting for my girl. I
She's
love
rooting for
it.
the people I love. So work. I love that.
We're
So
on the same team.
absolutely. But it was funny. But they congratulated Melody and Poseidon once again for winning and getting their badges and all of that stuff. It was amazing. It was amazing to see that everyone was happy. Not a whole lot of fluff in between.
I
They
mean,
just
Desiree was sad
that
because
that
Polo was
yeah,
gone, but she did say that she was sad, but it wasn't unfair.
right.
And
She
I mean,
did.
yeah.
I respect that she was like, I get it. She just stood there, and Melina was doing everything, and she kind of just stood there, so she understood why her friend had to go. But it still was sad to see her go.
Right. Right.
But they get out of drag. They do a little shot stance because, of course, why not? Because they won with shot. Um, the next day they come in, and Melody and Poseidon are showing off their badges along with everyone else who has badges in this competition. It was
Melody was like, I have a third boob. I
I
love
I
her.
love her. She's so funny. And she came in looking like Marilyn Monroe in it with her
In the
uh,
pink.
pink in the dress. Baby, she was going to dress up for this occasion, and I live. You kind of ate that down. I was like, okay, work, work. But they came in. Desiree and Melina was still had some tension in the air between them.
A little spillage
A little spillage
from
from mhm,
yeah,
mhm, mhm, mhm,
but
mhm.
light and
Yes,
like in a fun banter way. Kind of, it wasn't the real day was serious. Now
yes.
it was unserious.
Right. Oh,
It was
she's
fun.
like she's like I lost my best friend. I gained a rival, but it's kind of interesting. But I thought it was fun.
Oh, but we had a funny moment when someone asked Melina and was like, "Oh, are you gonna?" Greg said something about you teaching Desi some makeup. Is that gonna happen? And then Desi has said, "I just don't get Greg's obsessions with clowns." And I was anyway. That got me. That got me. But yes,
They were
I
funny.
love the way they always play around in the beginning of the episode. It's so um real. It's
Yeah,
very real. The way we
yeah.
banter with friends. I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I thought it was funny. So of course the sirens go off and it's time to face the television. And Greg just started going in on them, calling them all kind of stuff, just going in, and was like, "This somebody's trying to. My sister's trying to steal my job, steal my gig, like, and I will kill her." Like, I was like, "Oh,
They're like, don't come
okay,
for my gig.
don't come for my gig." And I was like, "Okay, work," but it was very much giving acting, and they kind of clocked it. It was like, "Okay, she's acting. We have an acting challenge, I think, or whatever." Greg comes in. Her pants are getting lower and lower every week, but looks amazing, by the way. I was like, Greg,
As usual.
stop. Why? Why must you be so good looking and just coming
A
in looking
bisexual's
fabulous?
dream.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Like, it's just amazing. But comes in and this is our first episode of it was a lot of firsts this episode. This is the first time we got a pit crew.
Hmm.
And this
Which I
was
hadn't noticed that we didn't.
I
Me
noticed I
not caring
was
about men at all. Just like I hadn't even
That's on
mentally
brand. That's so on brand for you, River, not to care about a man
never
at
noticed.
all. Never cared. Never noticed, never cared.
I was like, oh, I guess we hadn't had a pit crew. I'm like, okay, work.
Well, yeah, I was like, oh, we get a pit crew now. Okay. We haven't
I
had
mean, we
one.
have Greg. That's good enough.
Well, that works for
That
me.
could be either.
Works for me. But the pit crew, the first time for pit crew, and this was our first sponsored event, sponsored challenge. It was
Mm,
sponsored by Grindr, because we're going to do a mini shoot, a mini challenge of a photo shoot for your Grindr profile.
mhm.
And I was
I
like,
love this.
sure,
It's fun for a mini challenge. I think it's great.
absolutely, absolutely. And they had 10 minutes to get into whatever kind of drag they wanted to portray themselves for their Grindr account.
Like
And it
create
was,
a character for,
yeah,
right? For the whatever. Yeah.
and it was fun. I will just say everybody gave me something. It was fun to me. I think I would have had a different winner, but
But I understand why the winner won
yes,
because of knowing what she won with it. I'm
yes,
like, I see it and I love it.
yes, yes.
This is the type of production meddling that I like. This was good. We gotta praise it when it's good. So they did good
Abs-
work here. I thought
Absolutely.
she did well actually. I wouldn't have her as a winner, but I thought she did well with like a flamboyant Mario brother kind of low key.
Absolutely. But Melina did win the challenge. Everybody did good, but Melina ended up winning the challenge. I was like, work.
I just want to say she is my favorite, but Desiree, when she came out in the school boy like baby voice, I was like, please no, get it out, stop.
Mm,
I can't.
yeah, no,
I hated it so much. I love you, girl,
Mhm.
but I hated that so much.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
was like,
no,
get it off my screen.
because I know you were just trying to do the little young twink or whatever. It just gave off an old person trying to be a twink, and it
I just
looked
don't like when adults do baby voice.
my. I don't
That's
like
just that thing that I don't. Yeah.
everything. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. I was like, no. I
Mm.
don't think that was the only one I didn't like. Everybody else, I was like, okay, I could deal with that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh,
That's
I
cool.
think it was a daughter I really enjoyed where she just put a paper bag on her
Yes.
head, went like just body, and it said in the paper bag, it said on the down low,
Uh-huh. I
and just the
love.
body,
I was like,
conceptual. I love
it's,
it.
it was funny because the
She
daughter
would have
was
been the
like,
winner for me. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. I loved her because the daughter, even though it was in the beginning, was like, oh, I'm married. I would never be on Grinder.
She
I'm
was like,
married.
"Ooh,
Oh my god. I was like, so when she
me?
came out with the bag on her head and said download, I was like, I love it because she's like, I'm married. I would never do it, but
Mm-hmm.
if I did, you wouldn't see my face. Like, I kind of loved. She kind of ate with that.
Yeah.
I was here for it. Who went first? In the blue,
Mercedes went first. It was very
I
like
liked her
manly
too.
man.
Yeah,
Very good.
I liked her. I thought she would have won for me. Honestly, I was
Yeah.
like,
And I
I
thought
enjoyed
Ruby
the
was very
character.
funny too. I'm like,
Mhm.
I know when she came out, I was like, we if you live in Brazil, you know that character. You know
Mm,
you know that person. You know what I mean? When you look at it,
mm,
you're just like, I know this person. I've talked to this person. I shared a
mhm, mhm, mhm.
illegal substances with this person. Anyway,
Oop, word,
maybe
but
that's just me.
maybe,
Speaking for a
maybe.
personal experience.
Look, speaking for myself, but
That's what it gave me.
got it, got it. Art is up for interpretation.
Yep.
Mhm, mhm.
But we had Melina winning, and she won
Yes.
money, right? She won
Yeah.
5,000 reais, which is a lot of money. Okay, like
Mhm, mhm.
that's a lot of money. And Melody was like, "Where's my? I won three mini
What's three
challenges,
of
and I
them?
got
I got
where's
nothing.
where's my 15,000?
Hello?
Hello." Her
Hello.
face, she was just like gagged.
She didn't win the one sponsored by Grinder.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. But yeah, but she also got to pick teams for
Mhm.
the Maxi Challenge, which is Grag TV. They were going to be hosts on their own shows, a morning show, an afternoon show, and a late night show.
Mhm.
So Melina got to pick the teams that she wanted and the teams that she wanted to go up against. So for her
Oh,
team,
and also, and she chose which show each group was gonna do, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
think yeah, she got to choose everything.
And she chose
Literally,
everything. She was the
she
director
was
in this
cast
show.
director.
Period. So
Yes.
for her team, she was going to do the afternoon show. She wanted to do the afternoon show. So it was her. It was it was Mercedes
Hmm.
and it was Belky. They
Yes.
were doing the afternoon show. For the morning show, she did Melody Queen, Desiree Black, and Adora Black. They had took the morning show. And for the late night show, it was Poseidon Queen and it was Ruby Knox.
The two girls from Pernambuco, which I love that they got to play on their like their culture together, and they got to do that together. I love that choice. So good. I love the picking of the teams actually overall.
I thought
Thought it was
everybody
good.
was fair. I thought she did it fairly and who she wanted to work with and who everybody else wanted to work with. So I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And nobody had an issue with it. Nobody was like, I see what she's trying to do.
Everyone
Nobody.
loved the results. Yeah.
It was just a fun time. And so
Yeah.
everybody goes off to start working on what their concept is going to be, what they're going to do, how they're going to make this work. And we saw lots of ideas floating around. I enjoyed seeing everybody come up with their ideas. My favorite concept in that moment was seeing uh, Poseidon and Ruby come up with their
With the moves, with the whole yeah.
yeah, I kind of loved it. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what this is going to be, how they're going to, make this work. But
They were working really well together. I noticed that like from all of the groups, actually every group worked well together, but when we saw like the challenge prep, we'll talk about the challenge, but when they were prepping, they maybe because they had less people or they were just in sync, but they seemed to be working the best together.
yeah,
But also Desiree was very confident because hosting is her thing. She actually before uh she does interviews on her YouTube channel, but before
hmm
that, before she even went on her first drag reality show, she hosted her own drag show on her YouTube channel. It was a small show, but she did like she was Greg basically. It was her thing.
hmm
So she has experience in that, and so she was very confident, and I was also confident. And we'll talk about what happened, but yes. Um, and she was very happy with getting paired together with her two like closest friends in the competition. And she was
hmm
like, "Oh, I thought Melina was gonna be like do something shady or mean, and she didn't. So it
mm
was I like that. That was good.
it was good. I
Yeah,
appreciated seeing that, and everybody because everybody got along. Go ahead.
yeah. No, and also she mentioned that because I was like, yes. She mentioned that their group ended up being the three people that Paola wrote in the mirror
hmm
message. I'm like, oh, the foreshadowing. Okay. I'm
You
like,
know,
Paola actually casted this, the day before.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything else that happened before they, because it was some talk
They were talking. Yeah.
getting their prep together.
Yeah. There was one thing that because we talked about the choices being good, but Melina's group, I think Belky asked Melina, like, just to explain, she was just like, why did you end up
hmm
choosing us for your group? And Melina just said, I chose people that I enjoy talking to. And that she thought she was going to work well together. I'm like, work that's what you
That
should do because you would want you and your group mates to shine and
hmm
also for everyone else to do good because you want the season and everything to be good in general. So I love that she didn't play like, oh, I'm gonna try to make someone fail. No, I want everyone to succeed, including myself. So I love that.
and well, it's better to work with people who you like working with instead of putting people together who you don't want to work with either, and they don't. It's just bad. It's usually a bad vibes in a room if people don't
Yeah.
like what they who they're working with. So it was made
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. She said, my strategy was for each person to give their best in what they set out to do. and I love it.
Love that.
And she had a redemption already with me.
I love that because last week she was not getting the love. This
Yeah,
week she showed she can. She's nice. It
yeah.
was it's a bad moment for
Yeah, she was
her
like, it was
last
a
week.
bad day, it was a bad moment. Let's move on. And
Absolutely. But um, anything else that happened before everybody starts
oh,
getting ready?
oh no. It was just when they start getting ready the next day. We have when they were getting ready to do the challenge, we had a
Mhm.
conversation.
Well, let's talk about the conversation.
Right. So Melina and Adora were talking about their partners and how long they've been together and all of that. Uh, and then we had Poseidon talking about um, in the past being in an abusive relationship, and she opened
Hmm.
up about her experience with that and told uh, her story of that relationship. Um, and it was very relatable. And I love when we get to hear the queens open up uh, about important things like this. Like it sucks, of course, but it's just
Right.
like it's so important to talk about it. Um, and yeah, I related because unfortunately I have been through something similar, not as bad,
Hmm.
but you know, abuse comes in many different forms. So I'm not gonna say
Absolutely.
that physical and mental abuse are the same, but they are
They do.
both
They are
bad. They are
abuse.
both awful. So like
Absolutely.
yes, but just to have that added layer, right, on top of the mental and emotional abuse, to have
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
added layer of the physical abuse, I can only imagine, and I don't like to, but
Right. I love I hate that these things happen to people and they, have to go through this, but I also feel like so many people go through this and hearing about it on a platform as big as this, other people who are maybe possibly going through or have gone through it could help it could help them mend and they can get out of it because they're like, you know what, if I see this person, I am not alone. Because when you get in situations like that, sometimes you feel like you are alone in this matter. You're the only one dealing with this, but it's not. And there is ways to get out, and you see people getting out, and it's like, okay, okay, I can do that too. So I love that they are able to share this on their platform, talk about important stuff, even if it's bad and it was hurtful and they had to go through some really tough times, then making it out on the other side could help so many people. So I love that.
absolutely.
I love
And
that.
just telling people like ask for help, like it's also kind of like when you're in it, you feel like you're crazy and you doubt yourself a lot. You're like,
Hmm.
but is it real? Is it really that bad? Is it like you always, so it's important to talk about it if you are going through something, like talk to people that you trust and make a plan and get out, you know.
Absolutely. And they did my favorite thing that I like to see on Drag Race that I've seen it on All Stars France every week. And now this is the first time I've seen it on Drag Race Brazil. But I love it when somebody says, okay, enough about that. We have to get back and get ourselves ready and be in drag. And the conversation goes to, they shift it into like, all right, enough of this stuff. We are done. Let's get
Yep,
back to
they
what we're
said
doing.
scene.
Right, like done, and let's get to the runway. And you know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to the runway. So it's fun. I love it.
Mhm.
So let's do that.
Yeah.
Damn. I heard nothing, so that's why I didn't pull
Oh,
anything.
it played.
I
It
didn't
played.
hear. I heard nothing. That's why I'm like, did it play? But you know what? Maybe I'll hear it again. No, I still didn't hear it. I just
Well,
I just I just faked it. I just faked it for the fun. But it's okay. We don't have to hear it.
it's fine.
Let's get into the challenge of it all. We're going to talk about our extensive runway thoughts and all of our thoughts on Look Over Here. So be sure to check that out. But for now, we're going to talk about the challenge.
Hmm.
And Bom Dia, I'll let you.
Okay. So first we have Bom Dia com Bapho, which for you, Lana, just to explain the name, Bapho can mean it's written in a different way, but this is just whatever. But it means both bad breath and gossip.
Okay.
So that's why they were like like doing the coffee and hiding and doing all of that, because it means they were playing on the word
Bad breath and gossip.
and gossip. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Um so with when they started with all covering their mouths and like coughing after saying the name, that got me in. I was like, I'm hooked. Okay, we're starting good. Um and then we started good.
Yeah.
And we finished good,
Hmm.
I think. But the middle was
Interesting.
smelly, a little rough, little, um,
Little buff. I can't even say it. What's the word?
a little
What's the
bafo, a
yeah?
little bafo.
A little buffle. A little buffle.
Just a
Okay.
tad. But I think Adora was a little stiff and a
Hmm.
little awkward at times. But I don't think she did a bad job. She just faded out of everyone, and she seemed the most like unnatural in a way. Like it was transparent that this was not her thing, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But she fell in the middle for me in
Hmm.
this group. No, actually, sorry, she was the best, I think,
Okay. Okay.
because she didn't stand out in a bad way or a good way, and she was just, you
Right.
know, um, and she was more natural towards the end, when she felt she was a little more comfortable. So I'm like, you know what, you're good. Um, because Melody, for me, having the facts wrong in the first question, I think really threw her off.
Yeah.
Um, and she didn't recover, unfortunately. She looked so beautiful, and but she seemed nervous the whole time,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and it was a little tough. The body language was very clear,
Hmm.
but yeah. And then this hit started well. She did a really good. She looked beautiful, by the way. I
Hmm.
love this outfit so much with the hair. Anyway, not really morning, but still
No.
good. It's good. It's drag, so it's fine. Um, but I think she was very charismatic and strong in the beginning, like in the opening and the closing of it.
Hmm.
Um, but when she cut off Bruna during a more serious answer to ask that question, I was like, oof,
Hmm.
oof. It was so awkward. And Bruna seemed really uncomfortable at times, and they were not picking up on it.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they only were able to talk about one topic. All of the questions were kind of around the same thing. And I'm
Right.
like, it's a morning show. It's supposed to be like light and fun. And with a little bit of like shadiness and tea, sure, right? It's
Right.
drag. It's supposed to be fun, but like this felt very heavy
Yeah.
for the what it kind of was supposed to be. The
Yeah.
music did make it so much worse though. like, but anyway, but I think the closing was good. So I'm like, this hit was in the middle for me because she had good moments, but then she had bad
Yeah.
moments. But she took risks, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Melody, unfortunately, was my least favorite from this group.
Yeah. I think my rankings would probably be the same from this group. My only like I felt uncomfortable when Desiree kept interrupting Bruna to ask her these questions. And it was like, for me, it felt like she wasn't getting the answers that she wanted. So she was like doubling down on the questions, like, no, but like this. And oh, but no, but like this. Like she wanted a certain
I'm like,
answer. Right. And they were trying to shift it away from that. But she was like, no, let's bring it back. And it was like, oh, no. Like it felt a little off to me. But that was the only thing. It made me uncomfortable watching that middle. But like you said, they started well, they ended fine. That middle was a little uncomfortable.
yeah. I mean, something for context is Desiree and Bruna are like, they're not like best friends, but they are friends,
Hmm.
kind of
Hmm.
like. So I understand in a way maybe that she didn't. I don't know. I understand that it was not her intention to do anything, but it was. And Bruna talked about it after, but it was.
Yeah. A little
She didn't read the
uncomfortable.
room. She didn't read the room.
Exactly. Exactly. But let us
Um.
move on
Yes.
to the second one.
Mhm. We have Tricotarde, which is like Trico afternoon.
Okay.
But it sounds good, and it sounds fun in Portuguese. But yeah, and I think it's more like because like people the people that would watch an afternoon show are like grandmas that are home
Mm-hmm.
doing crafts and stuff. I'm like, okay, sure, sure,
Sure.
sure. Do you want to go first for this one with your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Sure. I thought all of them they made me comfortable. All three of them made me
Mhm.
very comfortable in watching this show. I thought Melina was very like light and fun and engaging. I really appreciated her. I liked it. I just liked it. I liked her. She seemed to have fun. The conversations that they had with Doodle was light, it was fun, it was shady, it was, it flowed between the three of them. I think they all incorporated their own little something into it. I liked them all. I actually did like them all. I thought Belky was very like in it. Like she was in it and it wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward. It was just an easy flow. And I think the same thing with Mercedes. I think all of them just hit the marks where they needed to. I just liked them all, honestly. I thought this was the best performance for all the talk shows for me. I enjoyed this one the most. I felt like it was comfortable. They laughed a lot. The questions flowed. They were engaging with Doodoo. He was engaging back, and it was just a good back and forth, and it wasn't weird and awkward. No awkward silences or anything. No, like do, 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 do. Like everything just flowed like a normal conversation. And I thought it was just if I didn't know it was a talk show, you would just think it was four people having a good time and a good conversation. So I think I enjoyed them the best for me.
I agree. They were for sure the best group. Melina was great as like the kind of main host with doing like the
Mhm.
opening and the closing and mediating. They all looked great with like the color palette and then to do with the same, like it was just visually great. Everything worked. They were prepared enough,
Mhm.
but they were not too prepared to the point where they couldn't shift if needed depending on
Mhm.
what they got from the guest.
Right.
Like Belky was prepared to do the like we say, I understand why you don't in the US, but when we have
Mhm.
like scandal or something, we say bomb, right?
Mm.
It's a
Yeah.
thing. But anyway, I get it. Different, hey, anyway. Anyway, moving on. But she was ready with that. She had that idea,
Yes.
but she adapted to what they were saying.
Yes.
And it didn't feel like scripted and stiff. It felt very in the
Mhm.
moment, and the timing was perfect for
Yeah.
me. I think Belky was my favorite because she was just so funny. Because they were all good. So I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
they were all great. Who made
Yeah.
me laugh the most?
Belky for
That was
sure.
my decider factor because they all did an amazing job.
Mhm.
And I put Melina at number 2 because I had to put Mercedes at number 3, literally only because she had one slip, but
Yeah.
she it didn't phase her. She just kept. Well, I'm just like, when they all do great,
Mhm.
you gotta find something.
Right.
Um, but I also think Dudu was such a great guest. They worked so well with mentoring and keeping it light and giving them enough to bounce back and play.
Mhm.
It was so good. They worked well individually and as a group.
Absolutely.
So definitely, absolutely top 3. And we didn't
Absolutely.
say, but the first group, absolutely bottom 3. Anyway,
Yeah, definitely,
I mean,
definitely.
yes.
I don't think that
No
there was any
shade.
question. No shame, but there was
No
no
shade.
question I think, for the bottom
I
because
mean,
this
we
was the
all watch the
top.
same thing.
Hello, we might have our favorites, but we are not crazy that we can't
I
call them
mean,
out
not
for.
for that for those reasons, for
Right,
other reasons.
right.
But yes.
And then we move on to our last group.
Hmm. So we have our duo doing De Costas Naite, which is a play on. You remember Blogueirinha, the judge from the first episode?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She has a show called De Frente Com, which is uh, like front to front or like face to face with,
Face to
kind
face.
of face to
Okay.
face with, and they were
Yes.
doing back to back with. So because
Cute.
she has it's an interview show kind of in this way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's a play on that because and I thought it was really smart, and they played to the name that they were given. They got the name and they were like, oh, I don't know if they came up with the names. Nobody mentioned that.
They didn't say
If
which.
production, we don't know. But anyway, um, if they came up or if they were given the name, they played
Into
with
it.
the name in like physically in the their segment. So I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
really smart. They made a lot of smart choices.
Mm-hmm.
Them both walking in backwards and then Ruby falling and just cussing it out. It was so funny. Um, but for me, like they were funny. The bit that they had prepared was good, but this is a case where I think they were too prepared, and to the point where Poseidon especially uh, was not really able to shift or adapt, or she was just thrown off.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it felt very rehearsed. Like in the first, Bielo answered the question and she said, like, oh, I started in 2019 or 18,
Mm-hmm.
2018. And then answer whatever, whatever. And then Poseidon asked, so since when did you like, and she asked this something that she had already answered.
Right.
I'm
Same
like,
question.
she just answered. I'm like, it tells me that you're not listening. You're thinking like you're not in the moment. And I think Ruby did better, right? She did a better job with like saving it a little bit. But I still
Mm-hmm.
think overall their performance felt more about them than it felt about the guest that they were
Mm-hmm.
interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
And that balance was off, I think. Especially when they were asking questions while they were standing up and the guest was sitting down. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's weird.
it's
For
weird.
me, I don't know, that's weird. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm overthinking, but it felt
No,
wrong.
it's weird. It feels like you're over me,
Okay.
talking over me. Yeah, no, I don't like
Right.
that.
And then Poseidon had like I understand the concept of like having back to back, right? But when you spend the whole time with your arms crossed when you're
Mm-hmm.
having a conversation, that also makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't know. I They felt in the middle for me because they didn't do as bad as the first group, but
Mm-hmm.
um
It
they
wasn't
still
as
had
great as the
a
second.
lot of things, yeah. But I think
Yeah.
Ruby did better than Poseidon on this one.
Yeah. For me, I felt like they relied too much on the bit instead of, like you said, being adaptive to what was going on around them. liked it. I liked the bits. I thought the bits were funny. It was like the back to back was funny. The face to face was funny. I just was like, but you're relying so much on the bit that it's taking away from the guest and what they're talking about. It's like you said, they weren't listening to what the guest said because you asked the same question over again. I always like when we do interviews, I always feel like we got to go in with more questions than few questions, because if we have more questions, we can if they answer a question within a question, we can take a question out and it's okay. We still have more to ask. It's not, you don't go in with the just the right amount of questions to ask the person, because if they answer your question, then what? Now you have to think of something else on the fly. And if you're not, you know, if you're not quick enough to think about some questions, because sometimes that's hard to think about what you want to ask them on the fly, then you need to have just stuff prepared. But like you said, oh, they were a little over prepared. They relied on the bit. I do think Ruby was a little funny. I think Poseidon could not get outside of the bit. Everything was about the bit,
There
and it
was even
was
a moment where something went wrong, and then Poseidon was like, "Oh, move on, move on." I'm like, "Girl,
yeah, yeah. It was just not. It wasn't great. It was good. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Well, I would say put them in the bottom.
yeah." I think they had good moments. I think,
Yes,
and also,
absolutely.
Bielu was a judge for the second week in a row, and I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
which Brazilian queen canceled last minute? Was it Abby? Oh my God, maybe conspiracy. Anyway, um, But I did really enjoy having them as a guest judge this week
Mm-hmm.
because they are actually a TV host. So I'm like, they know what they're doing, they know what to look for. So I they and they had great feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Um.
I think that was I I liked them. I did. I thought they were fun. They just weren't the best for me.
Yeah. So do you have a overall ranking?
Overall, I would put Belky first.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put Melina second. I'll
Mm-hmm.
put Mercedes third. I will put Ruby fourth. I will put Poseidon fifth. I will put Adora sixth,
Mm-hmm.
the seventh or seventh, the sixth. Um, I will put Desiree seventh and Melody eighth.
We have literally the same ranking. Okay, work.
Words, yeah, that it actually was easy to rank it because it was like the second group clearly outshined everybody else. It was no
Yeah.
question about it. The third group was a little bit better than the first group, so it was kind of just like, all right, this makes
When you
sense
make
to
the
me.
guest uncomfortable, it does like
Yeah,
nothing else
yeah.
matters really.
Nothing else really does matter. And it was like they knew it too. Like when the
Yeah.
judges started giving them their critiques about it, they were like, okay, so we're in the bottom. Got it. And they said that before they
Hmm.
saw anybody else's stuff. So it was like, all
Oh yeah,
right.
because they did. I like the way that they did this judges feedback. Like they
Mm-hmm.
show the first group, and then the judges give the feedback for the runway and the challenge of the
Yep.
first group, and then the
Yep.
second and the third. I thought it was great. Very. It was easier to watch and digest
Yes.
everything. I really enjoyed this
I did. I
way that
enjoyed it.
they did
It
it.
was very streamlined. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool.
There
Word.
was one moment, just one moment from the judges' feedback, um, because Greg said to Poseidon, "I find it absurd that people tell you that you're not doing drag just because you're using your natural hair in that runway look."
If you see the runway, you'll know what we're talking about too,
I
because
I screamed. It was
Greg
Greg.
is so shady but funny.
She's so funny. I
It's
love
so
her.
funny.
So good.
So funny and shady. But yeah, we do get the judges' critiques. Everybody gets critiqued on the runway. You can tell by the critique who's at the top, who's at the bottom. It literally was like pretty much what me and River said. You know,
They
'cause
knew. They
they
knew.
knew.
I mean, the
Everybody
judges didn't
knew.
say anything before they went to Untucked, but they all knew. And
Right. It
nothing
was
needed
like
to be said, really.
it was just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
Julie.
Let's go learn this song.
Right, go learn the song. If you didn't know the song, let's go
I
learn
mean,
it.
but honestly, I think any Brazilian that doesn't know this song is either very young or uh, just
You're
doesn't
not
really
a
care
real
about music.
Brazilian. You're not a real Brazilian.
You're not a real Brazilian if there's not a car alarm going off when you're recording a podcast.
I mean,
I
that
mean, anyway.
that would
No,
happen in
but
any
they no, but
second.
I don't think anyone had to learn this song. That they just had to like
Get
think
it
about
together.
what they were going to do with it. Yes,
But our
because
top,
yeah,
yeah, our top three, of course, was Belky, Melina, and Mercedes. No surprise. No surprise. But our bottom three was Adora, Desiree, and Melody. No surprise. We were not surprised. They were not surprised. We did have a winner, I forgot. Vicky. And I was like,
deserved.
yes,
Yes, absolutely.
deserved.
Uh,
Deserved, deserved, deserved. I was like, okay, word. Here
yes.
for it. Love it. A Belky win is a win for all.
Hmm.
But let me check that out. Because our bottom two,
My tea.
I was distraught.
I was like, no,
my
literally not this, please.
my heart dropped out of my chest and fell to the floor when I saw the two. I was like, not that I wanted any of them. I didn't want
Not that
any
I
of
don't
those three.
agree.
And not that I don't agree. I didn't
Fully
want,
agree. Fully
but
deserved.
fully deserved to be down there. But I was like, no.
But just because I agree doesn't mean I like it.
So I definitely did not
I
like
don't
it.
like it.
Did not like it.
But
Was not a fan. But
before we get into the lip sync, do we want to mention
Untucked, yes,
Untucked? Okay.
because there
Do
was a
you want?
lot going on.
Would you want to?
You go right
Okay.
ahead.
Because we did have Adora talking about like always since she was a kid, like being more quiet and
Mhm.
introspective, and gave a few reasons for that. I mean, some people are just different, right? So maybe she already was like that, but um, she talked about having a hard time in dealing with being queer and being queer while also being a Black kid, um, and everything that comes with that, and that um, she talks about like coming out during high school and being depressed. And I mean, she didn't come out of high school that long ago. She's like 25, 6, I think. So it's like 5 years. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember how old she is. But anyway, she was talking about how she's still today like not ready yet to handle all of those feelings and like let go, um, kind of in the way that the judges have asked her to, like to open up and um, like I don't know, like be stupid and just show, like when they say like show us the real you and stuff like that. That like she's just not ready to do that yet, and I think that's like I felt so sad for her, but I'm just like that's so real and that's so valid because just like she was like, I know that I need to do this, but I'm not ready yet, and that's okay.
It's
And the
okay.
queens were comforting her and saying like that's okay, and when you are ready, you're just gonna blossom even more, and like we all need
Hmm.
to um, deal with things in our time. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that she was open and honest about how she felt, and it was refreshing always. And I love the support that she got from the queens because, yeah, once she does get to that space where she's comfortable, it's only going to improve her drag. It's only going to help her in the long run. But she's already a good drag artist right now, so she's
yeah,
good. This is only going to make it better. And when that happens, woo, watch out. Like she's going to be amazing.
even more because she said like
Even
she was
more.
like I want to represent. I'm here to represent for a drag artists that are amazing, but show it in a different way,
Yes,
like show it in their own way, and I'm like,
absolutely.
yes, absolutely.
And
I
she
mean, I
does
can't
that.
wait to see, an evolved version of her, but I already love what she's doing now. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. But
yes.
we do go to the lip sync because everybody's like, let's just get ready for this lip sync. And we get to this lip sync.
Yes.
Y'all, they're doing Brazil by
By Gal
Gal
Costa,
Costa.
the
Hmm.
singer that Paola
Yes.
did
Yes.
last week. And I'm like,
Last week.
I love this song. And I'm like, why was it not used last week? But then I was like, okay, it would be kind of unfair for them to put on that song when Paola was dressed as
That's
Gal.
her. Right.
I'm like, that would be kind of shady. So I get
Right.
it.
But, and I think because that runway was of like all the iconic voices, they didn't want to just pick one of those iconic voices and say, okay, this is the
Right.
one
Well, they could
over
have chosen
all
a
the.
different one that the girls
Yeah,
didn't do.
absolutely. But they saved that for this one. And I think
Yes.
that was the right choice to save that for this one because watching Melody and Desiree perform this song, which I had never heard before. I had never heard this song before. But watching them perform this song, I was like, what is this song? Let me know what
It's
it is.
Brazil, girl. This
It,
is Brazil.
and it literally, like, it encapsulated Brazil to me. Like, never been to Brazil, but listening to this song, I have a good idea of what Brazil is. And it was so fun. It was so just like I was inspired. I just wanted to dance. I just wanted to move. I just wanted to be like, yes, yes. Like, it was so good to me. And these two performers, they performed the hell out of this from the get go, from the jump. When Melody turned around and got on the floor and started slinking her way to the
And then
front,
Desi was behind her,
Desiree
like Melody
behind her
went down, and then
like a, it
mm,
was so
so
good.
good
And they performed. We got some samba going on from Desiree. I mean, from Melody.
for
She behind
Melody.
the dancing, and Desiree is giving us space. She's giving us everything. She's giving us like hair flips and
Emotion.
flips and motions, and she's on the floor, and Melody's on the floor. And it was, I did not know where to look. It was so good. I was like, oh my God, they are both killing it. Who can win? I don't want anybody to go. Who is going to win this? Because it was so dang good. I was living. This is one of the first times when lip syncs. Lip syncs don't always do it for me. I'm always like, lip sync is great. It was good. It was good. It was nice. It was fun. I was living for this lip sync. I was dancing. I
You
was
and the
like,
whole country, girl. And literally everyone. We like it is very difficult in the drag race Brazilian fandom for almost all of us to agree on one thing
mm,
and have the same opinion on something. The way that everyone basically loved this lip sync, and most people that I have seen are saying the same thing that I think, which is this was the best lip sync of the franchise so far.
period.
Period.
I
Not
agree.
from the season, from
No,
the
the
franchise.
franchise for
Period.
sure.
Period. Uh, Here's what I love. I love that both of their performances were, first of all, so different, but equally as good for me, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they worked well together, watching it as a battle, but they also could have been standalone performances and would have
Mm-hmm.
been just as good if they weren't battling against each other. Um, they they both killed the song in two different ways. This
Mm-hmm.
song is one of our unofficial national anthems, basically. Like literally, you like everyone knows this. It's a like it's just a thing. It's a
Mm-hmm.
national treasure at this point.
Yes.
And so is Gal, of course. But it's just like that song that you everyone just grows up
Yeah.
listening to and
Yeah.
loving, and just every family occasion it's on, like,
Yep.
and everyone just sings along every time. And they brought that energy that we all
Mm-hmm.
feel. Like, and I love that even you that you never heard that song before, you didn't know about that feeling, but you got it.
I got
That's
it.
how strong it was, because I'm like, you didn't even know that this is what this song gives, and you got it. So they
Yeah.
both did a great job with embodying what the song is about.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's what a lip sync is about. So like
Yeah.
it was
They ate.
perfect. It was perfect.
It
Will
was
this
so
be on my
good.
end of year list?
Yes.
Absolutely.
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 As of right now, it
Yeah.
might be tops. It might tops. It might tops because this
Hmm.
was so good to be like
No notes.
no notes at all. Music is so universal, and this just showed it. Like, I love when I watch this franchise, I don't know the song, but I can tell you what the song was about just by seeing how they performed it. I'm like, I might know all the lyrics, but I know what I felt when I heard it. And I felt fun. I felt party. I felt love. I felt like I wanted to dance. I just felt a community. I just felt like this was all inclusive to everybody. Let's just come out here and have a good time. That's what I felt. I felt like this is a
You
party.
basically saw like the samba group,
Yes.
like round, because they do like a round, like
I
basically
s-
literally
I
that was the feeling.
saw I felt like I was in Brazil and I was in the middle of Carnival and I was in the middle of just dancing and sambas and like everybody,
Like
like
a
you said, the
random
samba
bar that
circle.
has
Yeah,
some live samba going on,
right. Just
literally.
something, it's just regular old thing and just everybody just having a good time and everybody just passing drinks and having fun and it's all good. I just felt fun. It just felt
And you see a stranger and you grab him and you sing along and you dance together,
right.
and
You
then
dance together. You just
and
like,
then they continue
hey,
on, and you just like you sing the song and you're like, okay, bye, and you
right.
continue with your day.
It was just a
When
good
I tell
time.
you that like people sometimes, a lot of people say like musicals are not real because people don't just start singing out of nowhere. I'm like, you've never been to Brazil. You haven't, because we literally live in a musical. It's wild and it's so true, and I love it. I'm obsessed.
I love that. I love that. But then after they finished, I was like, okay, all
What's
right,
I can't wait.
what y'all gonna do? Because I don't know how y'all finna judge this because I don't know what I would have done. I would have been like,
Flip a coin or
flip a
something.
coin or whatever. Like, but Greg says, um, Melody Queen, Shantae, you stay. And I was like, oh, yes.
The
Oh,
way my heart
oh, oh.
jumped out of my body, it like jumped up from my body into my mouth, and I could feel my heartbeat in my throat, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I and then
I was
my
like,
eyes were starting to water.
oh God, I'm happy for Melody. Desiree, no,
I'm like happy
Melody,
and devastated.
yay, no, Desiree, get Melody, get no, Desiree. Like I was going back and forth, and I was about to start crying, and then Greg said, Desiree, back, Shantae, you stay too, and I was like,
Yes, as it should be.
oh,
Period.
it
Exclamation
should be
point.
exclamation, exclamation, exclamation point. Because baby, I yelled. This was what they needed. This is what I love. This is what a double Shantae is supposed to look like. Because this was so good. Neither one of them deserved to go. Neither one of them deserved to
I don't
go.
know if they had this conversation, but I feel like the feeling with them, they were just like, okay, we're really close friends.
Hmm.
Let's both do so good that they can't
Okay.
send either of us home. And
Yeah,
they did.
they did. They
They
ate.
did.
I was so
And
happy.
can I just say, Melody? I'm
Hmm.
obsessed. I'm obsessed. When she was before she went to the back, she gave a speech that started very heartfelt, and then it just turned funny, and it was just it was so
But
hilarious for
I
no
loved
reason.
her.
It was so good.
Look, I don't even think she meant it to be funny, but it was so
It
funny.
was.
It
Yeah.
was so funny. I'm like, she
It's
didn't
just
even mean.
suddenly talking about Jesus. I'm like, okay, work,
Yes.
queen, work.
She's like, oh, and God and hallelujah and that. I'm like, okay, girl, but
Oh, whatever floats your boat.
I loved it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love a queen who doesn't know how funny they are, but they just so dang funny. She's so funny, and
She's
she
so
don't even
real. I
know.
feel like is that's why like she doesn't really think, like it's not planned. She's just being natural and being
She's
herself.
doing what she do. All right,
Yeah.
it was fun. I loved it, but they both got to say
Desiree was gagged.
gagged,
She
gift
was
gagged.
whew. And she apologized on she was like, thank you and I'm sorry. Because she was like, because she's friends with Bruna, so like I feel like when she realized she knew that she made her friend uncomfortable, she
Yeah,
was like, I'm sorry. Thank you and I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I love them. I think they both like they totally deserve. They ate it up. I was so
Absolutely.
happy for them, and I was so happy they both got to stay. Now we do know when people stay, that means two people might leave another day, and that just makes me go,
Ooh,
but
maybe.
maybe, but we don't know. We don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But
I
I'm just
mean,
excited.
everything is possible because next week,
Mm-hmm.
uh, by
Um.
by the preview, I'm like, okay, so first of all, next week is Snatch Game. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always excited to know the characters, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. Um I have some predictions and I want to see which ones are correct. We'll see.
Okay. Look,
Um
write them
but
down, and then look, write them down and date them. So I know you did it before you
yep,
watched it.
I'll do it after this. I'm like, because it's not for everyone. I have a few that I'm like, they might do this person. But um, what was I gonna say? Oh, the other part of the preview when we see like a few comments and we see
Mm-hmm.
that something for someone
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really go that well
Nope. And everybody's like, "Ooh,
at all.
mm, oh," that
And
montage of, "Oh,"
everyone is very worried.
very worried.
Very.
I'm like,
And now
"What?"
so am I.
Me too, because I was trying to look to see which person they didn't show going, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh." I was like, "Oh, mm, yeah."
I'm
Yeah.
just like first episode was good. Then the second one was a little better than the third one, but like it's just like it's getting better
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
better. And I'm
mm-hmm,
like, oh my God. I'm like when you're excited for TV again because everything is like
mm-hmm.
on like streaming, and I'm just like, I can't wait for Thursday night,
Right.
and I love that. I miss
Yeah.
that feeling, and it's bringing that feeling back for me.
I love that. I love that. And we are going to be back here to talk all about it because
Mhm.
that's what we do here at the Cup. So we're going to talk all about that next week. Make sure you join us for the look over here where we talk all things looks wise. That runway, that amazing runway, by the way, it was an amazing
Mhm.
runway. So make sure if you want to hear
Absolutely.
our thoughts about it. Some of us are gonna be here. I don't know who gonna be here for look over here. We'll be here, so in some capacity or some shape, form, or way.
I'll be
We're gonna
here.
be here.
I don't know with whom, but I'll be here.
We'll be here. But we're gonna talk all about look over here, and please join us for that. Think come back and join us next week when we talk about episode five. Follow, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. We really truly appreciate it if you do. Help us get our goal of 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We're halfway there here on this channel, so we really truly appreciate you. And if you could go and help us out on our other channels, that'll be great. Click on the links that's in the description below in our link tree. Click on that. Follow and subscribe to all of our other channels. Subscribe, follow us on our audio podcast links that's in the description below. Join our Patreon. Follow us on our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow River and myself if you wanna. I mean, we're cool if you feel like it. If you don't, it's cool. Uh get your mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below as well. And we're gonna get out of here. But we're gonna go because we got more stuff to do. But you click on the next video. Okay? Don't go nowhere. Click on the next video. And cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Bye.